Welcome back to the Running Reb channel. Today we are going to be doing a no drown beef feeder out of a chicken water that is picked up at Tractor Supply or other farm supply stores. These range from around $6.50 to $7. Sometimes you can catch them on sale. I actually picked up two the other day. These are 1 gallon ones. Harris Farm, 1 gallon poultry. I'm sure they got many names in your areas. So to start this project, we're going to need chicken water. Ta-da! A lot cheaper than some of the beef feeders I've seen on market. And with this 1 gallon lasts only a couple days around here. We've got 8 hives going this year. And it doesn't have time to go bad in the container because it's reaching 100-degree weather, and when you pop the top on some of the sugar water beef feeders that I've had so far, where it's sat, you'll get a lot of mold and stuff growing in it, and I just don't want that. So here we go. Chicken feeder. For the 1 gallon one, you're going to need a 29-inch, you can go 30-inch piece of hardware cloth. And you're going to cut it 1.5 inches wide. Now to save time on the video, I've already done that. Okay. Here's my ring that I have made out of my hardware cloth. 29 inches long, 1.5 inches wide, and I've bent it. I don't know if you can see that real good on TV or not, or the camera. I've bent it in half just to get that form. Alright, I'll show you how quick it does do this right here. It's not 29 inches, but let's just say a 10-inch section. I'm going to take it and I'm going to bend it. Alright, and then just pull it back apart. A little bridge, okay? I'm going to move the camera real quick and I'm going to show you how I formed it to the bottom of the feeder. Alright. Simply take your ring, place it inside the water disbursement part, and I took my metal shears and just went around it, bending it down, kind of getting it to form to the bottom. Alright. Okay. While I've done that, now I had a little bit of overlap on mine, and that's fine. That actually helped me tie it in together. You could probably actually double this. And sometimes if you make a cut, you're going to get a section of your cloth that sticks. Just simply pry it apart. Take your folds. Wherever the bowl is curved at, you're going to take a little snip out of the wire. As you can tell, I've done it right there. Just cut out a little section of it and bend it in. That's going to give you your radius of it. Okay? Just mash it simply down in there. You're good to go. Alright. Now, sometimes you're going to have to fine tune it. That's expected with anything in beekeeping. It's a learning process. Okay. So when you're done, you're going to have about a, depends on how wide you make this strip. You can go 1.5 inches. If you go 1.5 inches, you're going to have about a 1/2 inch lip up here. If you go 1 3/4 inches, you're going to have a 1/4 inch lip. So it's whatever you want to do. And you can also take, you got a piece that's probably sticking up a little bit higher, take a little piece of hardware cloth, trim it off, bend it over, like that. If you see an area that you're concerned with, simply stick that in there. It's not a big deal. You can make repairs or anything to this hardware cloth that you can make whatever you want to out of it. You may want yours higher, but this hardware cloth that I've got, the bees can actually climb through. It's not a tight woven one. I don't remember the size of it, but there you go. All right, let me get some sugar syrup. Got my sugar syrup set up. 628 Dirt Rooster left a comment on my video the other day about I had done one. I've got one of these down in the front yard. It's got gravel around there. Well, I had to leave a bucket down there because every time I emptied it, I had to dump the gravel out in there into the bucket and then refill this up. And he said, man, why don't you put the wire in there and do a video? If you don't, I will. And 620 Dirt Rooster can probably do a better video than I can, by no doubt. I have no doubt about that. He does some wonderful videos, and I'm so glad his channel has taken off in the last couple of months. I've really seen his subscription numbers go up, and that's a cool thing. But this is just what I done to beat him before he got the video out. So let me get back to this test here. All right, we got our sugar syrup right here. And I'm going to fill it up, 1 gallon. Okay. Then to simply put the lid on, you just got the little trays, get a grip of it down here in the bottom. That's it right there. Now, whenever you turn it over, you're going to grab the bottom of the container and simply just flip it over like that. You're going to have some spillage. It's fine. The bees will clean it up. There you go. Maybe a $7 bee feeder, counting hardware cloth. But if you buy a roll of hardware cloth, that will do you forever in a day, I'm telling you, in beekeeping. You just have to get this leveled up pretty good to where you're leaving that water right around the top of the screen, okay? And they can come in here and they're going to eat what they want off the top of that screen. And once that water level goes down, they'll gradually crawl down that wire to attain the water level that you got, sugar syrup. All right, so for running reb, that's a quick video on a chicken feeder, chicken water turned into a bee feeder with a, I've already got bees coming around, simple piece of 29-inch long hardware cloth, 1.5 inches thick or wide at least. You can go 1 3/4 inches. It's your preference, whatever you think's best. 1 gallon feeder. Like I said again, the total of this would nowhere be near what you're going to pay for a bee feeder. And they also have bigger chicken water containers. It's got the lid that comes off on top. They're like 30 bucks, and that's my next investment. I'm going to get a couple 5-gallon ones and set up away from the house to draw in some bees for my swarm traps next spring. But again, that's running reb out. Please hit like, subscribe, leave me a comment. It doesn't have to be about a certain particular thing. If I don't know the answer, I will research it through my friends who've been keeping bees, doing gardening work for the past 30, 40 years, and we'll get the answer for you. Appreciate you watching the video, and y'all have a great weekend. Thanks a lot.